Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at Justicar Aggro. This deck doesn't actually run Justicar, it's just called that because it's Justice and Stonescar put together. So basically the whole deck is about playing the best red, green, and purple cards all together in one deck, including the Champion of Glories and Champion of Chaos. So let's go over the deck. We got 3 Finest Hour as it's one of the best combat tricks in the game. We only run 3 though because there's so much good content to put into this deck that there's a lot of 3-ofs instead of 4-ofs to squeeze it all in. So moving on, we got Oni Ronin, which is one of the best 1-drops to play, as a 2-1 for Warcry is pretty unmatched in any match. Pyroknight is a good late game and early game card, which is why there's 2 of, as it's not the best early game card because it gets killed by a lot of different things, but it is a really solid late game card if you're playing against other decks like Stonescar Burn and Green Red Aggro and stuff like that. Rapid Shot is an amazing combat trick as well. It's probably the second best. Finest Hour, I think, is a little bit better, uh, just because Finest Hour is more versatile than Rapid Shot. But Rapid Shot is very powerful at taking out big creatures. There's 2 Seek powers because it's a 3-color deck and it gets tough to match the colors in time, so Seek power really helps out on that. It's only 2 of though because 4 of felt like there was too many Seek powers. Torch is one of the best removal spells for aggro, which is why it's in here as a 3 of. Argenport Instigator, you can never go wrong with a 3/3 for 2, which is why there's 3 of those here. There's 4 Champion of Glory because it's the best 2-drop in the game. Quarry, there's 4 Quarry as you can find lands, removal spells, anything, and have it cost cheaper. It's really, really powerful card draw, and probably the best card draw in the game. I might be wrong about that, as draw 2 for 3 mana is also really powerful, but I think Quarry is definitely really good. Vara's Favor is a great removal spell, as it also finds you a land. It's really powerful at removing really small minions that can hold up against, your early cards like Oni Ronin and Pyroknight. So it's a really good card to just get ahead on board, stay early on, and get mana for it. Champion of Chaos is the best 3-drop in the game. It's basically a 3 mana 5/3 in some cases. Worst case scenario, it's a 3 mana 3/3. It's really powerful. Sword of Icaria is a really solid weapon, as it gives you Warcry as well as a 3/2 weapon for 3. I think it's a really good removal spell, and it also helps your deck improve as you attack with it. Valkyrie Enforcer's solid silence and a good answer to a lot of cards that you otherwise wouldn't be able to deal with if you didn't have Valkyrie Enforcer in the deck. So you run 4 of those, as it's a really powerful 3-drop as well. You run 3 Impending Doom. This is kind of your late game stuff here. Impending Doom's really good at dealing with just about anything on the board and just getting past it. It's a really good card, and it doesn't get stopped by a lot of things, so it's a good tempo change on turn 4. Deepforged Plate is a really solid weapon and usually a game finisher when it's equipped to a creature. It's surprisingly easy to get out as well for this deck, even though it requires 2 red and 2 green influence. It's a really powerful card. And then to Obliterate, because it's a good finisher in you need those reach cards inside aggro, otherwise sometimes you'll just fall short and never be able to catch up and kill your opponent. So Obliterate's a good answer to finishing off your opponent. And then the land base, we have 2 Rakano Banner, 1 Seed of Glory, 2 Argenport Banner, 1 Seed of Vengeance, 1 Seed of Chaos, and 2 Stonescar Banner, 4 Diplomatic Seal, and then basics respectively. The reason it's so short on not common mana is because you really need to be able to search for your mana and have it come in untapped almost all the time. Playing on curve is really important for this deck, so playing seats that come in tapped can really slow this deck down, and so it feels lacking, which is why there's so few of them. So that's the deck. Moving on, we'll go play some games and see how it works. I've done a lot of testing with this deck. I think it's underestimated. I think it's pretty powerful. I also think that it could use some fine-tuning and work because it can slip on mana quite often. But I think it's really not a bad deck where it is. I don't think it's competitive ready yet, but I think it's pretty decent. Alright, let's see what we got. So this is pretty solid. We're missing red mana, which is the problem here, but we can go Valkyrie Enforcer into Valkyrie Enforcer. The only problem is if we draw anything, it's probably not going to be playable. So actually, I'm just going to redraw this because I don't like the sound of that. This hand looks solid. So we're going to start here by playing a red mana and playing Oni Ronin. We're going to find a land next turn with Seek Power, most likely. That'll be exactly what happens. We're gonna go find Shadow-based land. Then I'll play Rakano Banner and pass. Next turn we'll have access to Quarry. We'll do that. We'll get a Vara's Favor. I'm just gonna use that right now on his face. Go find a purple so that we can play Impending Doom on turn 4.
Safe travels, friend.
So, if he attacks with a 2/1, we probably don't block if he has a torch.
It's written right here.
For the most part, though, this 5/5 is going to be tough to beat for a token deck, so I'm not going to block that because my 5/5 would just get torched. That's not worth it. So we'll attack with a 5/5 here. Now I'm assuming that my Champion of Glory is going to die to a torch, but I am going to play 2 of them and let him kill one of them. Because I guarantee you he has a torch. I don't know if he has 2. If he had 2, he'd probably kill my Impending Doom before I hit him. So I think he only has 1. So I'll lose the Champion of Glory, but that was totally according to plan. I'm gonna torch this 2/1. Did he draw a torch? Yeah, he did. Alright, so he drew a torch this turn, which kind of stinks, but life goes on. We'll just keep clocking him for 5 and hope we find either a green source or a better card to play with 6 mana. That's not cool. I wasn't expecting that to be in this deck. Oh no, my mana. Oh, variance, please. Oh, variance, please. I thought we had this game. Okay. Alright, now we want to see a Deepforged play, and then I think we can win. Well, that's not good. For a token deck, I wasn't expecting him to play such large creatures. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna block, because I don't think I can win anyways. Yeah, we lost. That was close. We'll try again. For top 100, I'm not looking too good playing these brews. Especially this season, man. My rank has been awful. It's just been, I've been doing tons of brews and my rank's been falling short today. Or this season, rather. I think I can roll with this. So I'm gonna start with a Rakano banner. And then go into a Shadow Sigil, Argenport, and then probably Stonescar, something else.
A single shot is all it takes.
Single shot is all it takes. Suffocate, that's a pretty good answer. So we have two options. We play Pyroknight and play this land so that we can play Impending Doom on 4, or we play a land and play the sword now. I think I'm just gonna play the Pyroknight and a land. I guess I couldn't have played the sword this turn though. Yeah. Okay, so now we can silence that. I'm just gonna play Impending Doom though. And pass. Next turn we can equip a Deepforged plate somewhere. Or we can silence that. I'm down with silencing this. Then attack with both. Have him block my 2-1 and then rapid shot it. You can see that this deck can, I mean, it can pump out Versatile Force really quickly if you get good draws. Alright, so that was a good game. Very quick. And our third game. Justicar Aggro. Hope for some good draws, hope for some good mana, and the deck just runs really powerful. Let me know, guys, by the way, in the comments if you want a specific deck done. I can always just, I mean, I have the whole set, so I can do any deck. If you have a specific deck tech that you want me to go over, send me your deck lists. I mean, I'll look at them. I'll definitely take a look and do some deck techs on those decks in particular. Let me know what other content you want to see in the future as well. This is a good hand. I'm a new channel, so I'm looking for a lot of advice. I'll take criticism well. Die with honor. So we'll attack first here, and then we'll decide what we want to do. I think I'm going to play another Oni Ronin and pass. Hold up Torch in case he plays a 2-drop, say 2-2 with Warcry. That's actually totally fine. So we'll torch it here, and then we're gonna Vara's favorite. And I'm gonna play that land to make him think that I have more cards that can do things in my hand. By playing the Shadow Sigil instead of the Justice Sigil, he now doesn't know that this is a Justice Sigil, so he thinks I have one. Well, now he's gonna know that I have more lands in hand, but Oh, this is tough. I think I'm gonna grab Obliterate just because he's low on mana. And attack with both 2/1s.
A single shot is all it takes.
Obliterate's a very good card. I think almost too good. That's okay. Looks like he's land screwed big time, yeah. I'm gonna attack with both here. He didn't attack with his 2/1, which tells me he's either gonna block my 2/1 and then Finest Hour, or he just didn't have it in the first place. Yeah, so he has a Finest Hour, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna play this, pop the Aegis. And the reason I'm doing this is because now I can attack him for 5 flying, and then obliterate his face and kill him immediately. Okay, so he has a Vanquish. With that being said, though, so I can still deal 6... Ooh. Okay. So this deals the same amount of damage, but I remove a creature because of this man. And then I'll attack him for 4. Now, if I kill any of his creatures, and he doesn't have this killed, I just win. And with the Sword of Icaria, it's pretty hard to lose this game, so I think we have this in the bag. Him at 1 life, I would hope we have this in the bag. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's Justicar Aggro. It won 2 out of its 3 games. I would give this deck list probably a 7 out of 10. I think it's really, really powerful. And definitely could use some tweaking and some playing around with, but I think it's in a good spot right now. It plays just the best cards in the meta decks. I mean, it's really powerful. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys liked and didn't like about the deck. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and whatnot. Tell me what I should do next. I'm always looking for suggestions. And with that being said, everyone have a good night. See you later.